Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. The teenager killed in the Ohope landslide rests at a Ruatoki marae. Raukura take out the Te Arawa Regional Kapahaka competition, and results from the weekend's Bartercard Baywide Premier Championship. Those stories and more in detail up next on City News. The teenager killed in the Ohope landslide tragedy was last night surrounded by family at Te Rewarewa marae in Ruatoki. The body of 17-year-old Huey Biddle was recovered by police on Saturday night, hours after the landslide smashed its way through the house he lived in at Ohope Beach. The slip happened about noon on Saturday and was triggered by heavy rain that lashed the Bay of Plenty at the weekend. Mr. Biddle was trapped in his bedroom. It is believed he was covered by at least a metre of debris when rescuers finally got to him after more than 7 hours. Neighbours said the area was prone to landslides and other houses were evacuated as a precaution because of fears the ground was still unstable. Whānau and friends were coming from around the country for his funeral on Wednesday. The Rotorua District Council has considered 2,100 submissions made to its draft annual plan. The plan sets rates, fees and charges for the new financial year. Mayor Kevin Winters says rates for the coming year will be just over 3%, a similar figure to what was proposed in the draft. And Mr Winters says there are new initiatives that have come about from the submission process.
We've added a few new initiatives into what Council's going to do in the next 12 months. But overall it looks like a rating increase of just on 3%, just over 3% total rates revenue. One of the new initiatives, and it came for a very strong submission from Heart of Tutanekai about crime and safety in our CBD. So we're going to model on what Wellington did through their, what's called Walkwise. Just try and we've put 100k aside for that budget to match up with another private 100k dollars, and just to improve safety in our CBD by having better security, better monitoring of our CBD to stop some of that antisocial behaviour that we're seeing at the moment. So that's a brand new initiative for us, and that's a result of the submission process. So I'm delighted that we've been able to do that for the Heart of Tutanekai retailers.
Mayor Kevin Winters says the annual plan will come into effect on June the 30th, and we have more from Mayor Kevin Winters later in the program. Te Arawa's finest young kapahaka stars took to the stage at the secondary school regionals, which were held at the Energy Event Centre on Friday. Almost 4,000 people packed the centre for a day of high energy excitement as 11 of the region's schools gave spirited performances. And months of hard work paid off for Raukura performers as they were announced winners of the regional kapahaka competition. Raukura leaders Rotorua Girls High School's Te Raupō and Rotorua Boys High School's Tā Whangareka said they were blown away by the response from other performers and the rest of the crowd. Te Rau said she felt overwhelmed but so excited for Raukura to be named the winners. 3 other groups, Te Puku, Te Rōpū Manaaki and Te Tirearea, will be joining Raukura in representing Te Arawa at the national competitions next year. In just 1 week, the Rotorua community will have the opportunity to vote for who they think is the most deserving of an award in their community. The More FM Community Awards in association with Rainbow Springs is set to be a major event to award those in the community who excel at what they do and who selflessly help others. There will be a large range of categories in the competition, ranging from Best Receptionist to Best Volunteer, and even a chance to nominate your favourite rural good guy. Nominations start next week and all details can be found at morefm.co.nz. In sport tonight, Rotorua rugby teams in the Bartercard Baywide Premier Championship were unsuccessful in their weekend's games. The defending Baywide champions, Tauranga Sport, not only reversed the first round defeat by Whakarewarewa, but also laid down the challenge to their other title contenders with a forceful 37-17 victory over the second place Rotorua side. Waikato didn't fare any better with their 34-5 loss against Opotiki in the Eastern Bay country town. Rotorua Rotoiti didn't play, but take on Te Puna next weekend. In other Premier games over the weekend, Mount Maunganui beat Te Puna 27-13 and Te Puke Sport won against Rangataua 32-7. To the points table, and Tauranga Sport are on 54, Mount Maunganui 43, Te Puke Sport 39, Whakarewarewa 38, Rangataua 34, Oportiki 31, Waikite 25, Rotoiti 24, Te Puna 15 and Whakatane Maris 12. Te weather now, Rotorua and the surrounding areas. Tonight, heavy showers, light winds, overnight a low of 7. Tomorrow Tuesday becoming fine early morning, southerly easing, a high of 15 and a low of 4. Outlook for Wednesday, cloudy periods, northeast breezes, a high of 13 and a low of 6. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Tuesday, southeast rising to 20 knots early morning, then changing southwest 10 knots late morning, rising to 15 knots for a time in the afternoon. Waves rising to half a metre for a time early morning and becoming fine early morning. If you've missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link, or to view what's on in our city, click on the Upcoming Events link. Coming up after the break, Christine Finden tells us about keeping Rotorua beautiful. We find out about the work of the Sheriff of Oropi, and Kevin Winters is in with our mayoral catch-up.